We got Manager of the Month, Player of the Month, Goal of the Month, and some more Premier League predictions to do. You're watching Foot and Mouth. Welcome back to Foot and Mouth. Ethan, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. There's a big game this weekend.
Huge game.
We will get into it. Look, there's a lot of other smaller games too, which maybe don't mean as much. We know Bournemouth is playing twice.
Yeah, and Man United is playing who?
Everton. But we'll get into that. First, you want to talk about Goal of the Month, whatever.
Yeah, we'll get into all that stuff. Yeah, Goal of the Month, Kobe Mainoo versus Wolves. Obviously a nice, how would you explain it? You explained it quite nice when you broke it down before we watched the highlights of it. Now he trickled through the players, what?
Put a dude through the legs, cut in goal. No, look, there were like 3-4 dudes on him. He puts one guy through the legs, kind of fakes another dude, cuts in. The other dudes give him a lot of space, and he just curls one in the far post.
Dude, it was a goal. What a goal. Look, I'm going to take these off. Cool season is very much back. That's why they
give
on.
them to Kobe Mainoo. But yeah, very nice goal. I think I'm happy anytime a United player gets Goal of the Month. I think Rashi's goal against City is going to be Goal of this month.
It's absolutely got to do it, bro.
Like this, I know Foden also scored a nice distance in the same game.
Again, Rashford, the drama of it going off the crossbar.
I know, and it's just a one-time.
It makes it so satisfying.
On the first touch, he just smashes it.
And when you consider,
golly, someone's smashing it outside.
when you're a Rashford fan, when you consider like the weight of that goal, because it gave you guys a lead.
Well, look,
firstly,
in the bigger picture, it meant absolutely nothing.
No, but
we ended up losing 3-1.
Fair enough, but in predictions, we didn't expect United to score at all.
Yes.
Let alone a screamer.
But again, I think in that situation, it is going to take a lucky screamer in order to score. There was no other option. There was no way United play through the mid and then score a nice little neat goal. That's not going to happen.
Kobe Mainoo wasn't going to get one of those.
No, it's not going to happen against City.
So,
but look, I mean, it was lucky. It was far-fetched, but it worked. You can't be mad that it worked.
That's true.
Yes, back to Kobe Mainoo. Yeah, what a player. He's been so far maybe the standout for United
the
this
shining
season.
Light, bro.
To be honest, it's either him or Johnny Evans, weirdly enough. Yeah. The youngest player and the oldest player. Those have been our two best players.
And it should be someone like Rashford.
Yeah, no, look, it should be Rashi, I know for sure. I mean, at 27 years old, he's the highest per... Okay, well, yeah, Goal of the Month.
Goal of the Month, Kobe Mainoo.
Nice goal, he deserves it.
Manager of the Month, Mikel Arteta. Justified?
Yeah, I guess.
It's probably, look, I think
he'll probably win Manager of this month as well at the rate they're going.
We didn't have the toughest run of games, but I think when you just consider how, again, we've spoken about it before, the amount of goals scored, the amount of goals conceded.
I know.
It's huge, bro.
No, with Arsenal, I haven't put a foot wrong in a while.
It's huge. And yeah, Mikel Arteta hasn't put a foot wrong in a while. I think even his substitutions he's been getting right. No one's been moaning about team selections, you know what I mean?
Hasn't gotten any cards.
Hasn't got any cards, bro. He's staying in his technical area. So, yeah, I think that's a well-deserved one. And then I did mention Player of the Month in the intro. It's just Arsenal's Player of the Month. It's Bukayo Saka. EA Sports haven't announced their Player of the Month. But do you have anybody in mind that you can think of? I guess Foden would probably be in with a shout now. He's been in a good run of form. But so is Saka. I wouldn't be surprised if Saka gets it either.
I just don't like Foden, to be honest.
Foden got a brace in the Manchester derby, though. So I feel like
that means nothing. That's like Liverpool playing Everton.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean... Again, if you're going to give Mainoo props for his age, we got to remember Phil Foden's also a super young dude. Yeah, not as young as Mainoo, but he is still a youngster.
I know, but I just don't like the kid. I'm going to be honest. If he was right, I'd fight him. I think obviously, like Pep said, he's been the player of the season for them so far.
Yeah.
I think because
for City.
For City. I think because of what he's done alone, he has to be in the talks of player of the month.
Yeah.
As much as I don't like him, and I'd fucking sock him one right in the mouth if I met him.
But hopefully Bukayo Saka gets it,
and hopefully I won't meet him.
And hopefully for his sake, but hopefully you don't meet him. But look, let's get down to predictions now. We've tallied up where we ended off before. And the score line currently is even. I had a nice comeback in 1 week, almost a clean sweep.
Yeah, you've got 34, I've got 30.
So the tables are definitely turned.
Yeah, the tables have turned.
Not so much in Fantasy League, which we'll also get onto.
Predictions don't mean anything.
Not this season.
Let's be honest. Predictions mean nothing.
Not this
unless
season.
I'm winning.
This season is just practice for next season.
Yeah.
Look, you guys are kicking things off this game week. Man United versus Everton at Old Trafford.
Look, it's a hard game. I mean, we lost to Fulham. You know what I mean? Like, I know we lost to City, but City was kind of a write-off. We all knew that was going to happen. But before that, we did lose to Fulham.
Yeah.
We didn't think we'd lose to Fulham.
What's crazy to me is how little of a difference Old Trafford makes now.
No, it makes zero difference. I think we have a terrible home record. I think our home record is actually worse than Everton's away record. So do with that information what you will.
This is going to be an unstoppable force.
Yeah, they're just going to both be trying to lose. But I think, look, this is a tough game. Hopefully Højlund's back. I think if Højlund's back, it's a game changer. I think him single-handedly wins us this game like he has many other games. Because again, he's not just scoring the goals, he's assisting players too. It's not a coincidence that since he's been out, Garnacho has done nothing.
That's true.
That's not a coincidence. I think I don't know how close he is to being back. I actually haven't heard much. I think the pre-match press conference is today.
Yeah.
So I'm sure today at some point it will come out. But as of now, it's not official that he's back. And even if he is back, does he really like start and play a full 90? Probably not. You know what I mean? If you're back from injury, you probably don't start a full. And I mean, Everton's tough. They're physical. They're gonna work hard. So maybe even if he is back, you give him time. You know, you don't want to destroy
Rush
him.
it.
Yeah.
So I don't mean to interject, but breaking news: Mark Flecken has won the Castrol Save of the Month for February.
Wow, Flecken.
Save of the
Shout
month.
out to Castrol. Thanks for the sponsor. But look, it's better than McDonald's.
That's
But
true. That's true.
Look, it's going to be tough. Anyone who doesn't think it's going to be tough is out of their mind right now.
That's true.
Everton don't.
Oh, sorry, I was wrong. Also, Højlund. Speaking of Højlund, he won the EA Sports Player of the Month for Feb. He actually won it.
That's it.
But he was on a run of like 5 goals in 4 games or something. No?
6 in 6.
6 in 6.
The youngest ever.
Oh yeah, there we go.
But again, though, while he was there, we did go 4 in 4 undefeated, and then as soon as he went injured, we've lost 2 in 2.
Yep.
So
not coincidence.
It's not a coincidence at all. So if he's back, it's a huge difference. I don't know if he's back though. Let's just assume he's not back.
Mm-hmm.
I think we draw. Nah, look, I know it's tough. Whether he's back or not, though, I think United have to win this because
it's a must win.
It's literally a must win.
Every game now. We 20. How many games into the season now, bro? 27, 28.
There's only like 10 or something left.
Yeah, every single game now is a must win because Villa and Spurs will run away from United.
And I think they're actually playing each other this weekend.
They are. That's what I'm saying. United can't afford to drop points.
Yeah, it's a big weekend for United. It's a
Same
big
as Arsenal.
It's a big weekend for 5th place. But look, another thing is. Ten Hag, I'm seeing more and more news that Ten Hag might be on the chopping block. I know, obviously
they're lining up Southgate, bro.
We'll get into that. I know. Losing to City was bad, but I think that like the tipping point was losing to Fulham before that.
Yes,
because we definitely should have won that, and we looked very poor, and we saw Jamie Carragher like dissect the whole team. How we have no mid.
Jamie Carragher has been dissecting everybody, bro.
I know. But yeah, look, I think this is going to be very similar to the Fulham game. But do you think Ten Hag makes it to the end of the season? As a non-Ten Hag fan, as a non-United fan?
Looking at this table right now, United are currently 11 points off of 4th.
That's a lot.
That is not good. You know what I mean?
I kind of don't think we're going to qualify for Champions League anymore.
And
especially with, like, we'll get into it, but Brighton did terribly. the 5th place may not even be Champions League anymore.
Possibly. Yeah. Because, we need the English clubs to do well.
So I don't think United have a chance at Champions League. I'll say that much.
I think this season, I will say, if Ten Hag misses out in Champions League football, I think he should go.
You think so?
And it may be a bit harsh because I've been a staunch supporter of give the manager time.
Yes.
But the thing is, missing out on Champions League football is a huge step backwards.
Look, it's not like we're gonna do much in it anyway. We didn't do much this year.
That's true, and I was part of the group of people that were making fun of United on the grounds of you guys are excited to be back, but for how long are you here? I understand that, but obviously there are financial benefits that come with it. There are benefits of attracting certain players.
I'm gonna be honest, with the new ownership, I don't think financials are an issue anymore.
That's true, but again, it helps to have Champions League football. Like, and again, I'm saying this from a place of privilege. Obviously, we're not. If I had the same opinion when it came to Arteta wouldn't be in a job currently at Arsenal. It's just when I see what I see at United, I hear nothing promising, bro. Do you know what I mean?
There is a lot of promise. We're getting the board of director changes. We're getting new owners. It's honestly very promising.
And that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's harsh from right now to say it, because there's still time, obviously, between now and the end of the season, that those behind the scenes changes could affect the style of play on the pitch.
Nothing is in place yet. This is a process. This is going to take a while.
So I'm hoping that he is able to stick it out past the season. Yes. I'm hoping that whether he misses out on Champions League football or not, come the end of the season.
But you're saying if he doesn't get it, he should go.
I guess, look, I'd revise it. I guess I'm only saying if between now and the end of the season there's no difference on the pitch, then go. I think if you can't find something to look forward to next season, because if you're not going to have Champions League football, you're going to have to deliver on the pitch, bro.
Yes.
You're going to have to entertain.
Yes.
So if he doesn't at least look like he is starting to work towards next season already, where you can kind of see, oh, okay, we're seeing the idea a bit more now.
Well, look, between like major injuries to Martinez and Luke Shaw and shit, he's kind of doing the best he can.
I also think that's an unfortunate circumstance of the job. You know, we've seen plenty managers before get fired, even though half their squad was injured for ages, and then by the time players come back, or like you'll see a manager get fired after a run of games against like City, Liverpool, and Arsenal, then they'll get fired for it. Like, it is harsh. It's a business. I don't think your new owners would do that. I don't think that they should do that. Because, bro, the last thing they need is to think about a new manager. They're doing enough already behind the scenes.
Here's the thing. I think they will. I think Ineos and Sir Jim have all had their own man in mind this whole time.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
they kind of just waiting for Ten Hag to make any mistake.
I wouldn't put it past them. And if they miss out on Champions League football, Man United should not be missing out on Champions League football. They've done it before. And it was a desperate fight back.
Yeah.
And now that you have been back there, if you miss out on it again, you gotta make sure that next season, without a doubt, you will get back.
Look, I think next season we will though. Whether we make it this season or not, I don't think we will, just because of our. And again, I think even last season we shouldn't have made it. I think last season Liverpool were terrible, Villa weren't where they are now, and Newcastle also kind of got lucky.
I don't know, man. I think if you miss out on it this season, I don't think you're in the next season. I don't think next season you don't get in there. I mean, I don't think you get in there next season.
You don't think so? I think you give United a year, give Ten Hag a year, let him build on this team
some more. Bro.
Every year the more time Ten Hag gets, the better.
That's true. But
so if you give him till next year, that's better than giving him till next week.
My worry is that by that time, after another transfer window of whichever clubs make it into the Champions League, staying in the Champions League again, I think
this is the top four. I think this is it. Villa, Arsenal, City, Liverpool. That's Champions League.
And those are four clubs that have already invested a lot in this last season alone.
Again, the next season, no Klopp, so Liverpool definitely falls off a bit. Villa will see if they can continue where they are.
I agree.
Man City hopefully relegated.
I agree, but at the same time, like I'm saying, these are four clubs. Sorry, now I'm looking at the table. We've spoken about David Moyes' future. West Ham being 7th is not bad.
That's not bad at all, dude.
West Ham being 7th is... from all the talk, I never looked at them on the table. I thought they were much further down.
I don't think West Ham fans have looked at them on the table.
But, I think Arsenal, we already know they're going to strengthen even further. Same goes for Villa, same goes for City, same goes for Liverpool. No matter what United does, we've already seen what the most of their team are capable of.
No, we haven't, because most of the team has been injured for the season.
But look, next season, Varane's a year older, Casemiro's a year older. There's no telling they're going to be here.
You know what? Hopefully they're gone. And we've replaced them with younger, stronger players.
There's too many what-ifs. I guess that's it. There's too many what-ifs for me.
There's a lot of what-ifs. But I think Ten Hag has kind of had to deal with like scraps this season.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's 100%.
Mason Mount hasn't played a fucking single game.
Christian Eriksen, you wish hasn't played a single game more often than not.
Well, look, I mean, even Malacia has Ten Hag has literally dealt with scraps.
He's played with like 30% of his squad for this whole season.
There were fucking 4 games where we had a full team and we won all 4 of those games.
I guess.
I know we didn't play the best teams, but we literally won all 4 of them. We didn't play the best.
So you're saying you could see him stick it out through the Champions League or not?
I think he deserves to.
Okay.
And speaking of deserves to, and speaking of Ineos having their own man, we've all heard the rumors: Southgate, De Zerbi, Thomas Frank, Tuchel, Nagelsmann. That's fucking insane. The fact that Southgate is on the list,
I kind of love it, bro.
The fact it would be.
They would make a documentary,
dude.
Bro.
It would be such a United
thing to do. That'd be the next All or Nothing season.
We had this discussion off cam. It would be literally United of like 3 years ago. They would do it.
Because again, commercially, hand in hand.
It's perfect. You got Rashid there still. You got Maguire. He loves Maguire. You got Maguire there still.
Hand in hand.
He probably loves McTominay too.
And again, I feel like England's style of football is well suited to Man United's squad.
It probably would work.
I genuinely think.
I do think it would work, but it's much less exciting than Ten Hag. I think at this point you can't go sideways. You have to go straight up. If you're getting a new manager, he has to without a doubt be better than Ten Hag. He can't be like a well, he's maybe better. We need to know what, like this. It better be Ancelotti. You know what I mean? This dude better be like, for sure, he's better than Ten Hag.
On that note, you did say you were open to, if you had to have your pick of the bunch, you like the idea of Thomas Frank more than anyone else.
Yes, because again, he's gotten Brentford through relegation. They look maybe not this season, but last season
they played very nice football.
Very good. And
he's
again,
also working with injuries this season.
Yeah, no Ivan Toney, obviously their main man. But yeah, I think he's got I also remember watching him do like a Monday Night Football breakdown on how Brentford play. I think personality-wise, I think he's the right dude. He seems like he's very hands-on, very involved. A lot of the same shit could be said for De Zerbi, who's also in the running. But I think De Zerbi's a little too cheeky. I think he's a little too smart. I don't think United can be that smart. I don't think United...
I also don't think. I think United may not have the egos of old, but there's still some egos there. I don't think De Zerbi's personality would work well with the players they currently. Same with Tuchel, really.
I know, same with Tuchel. Yeah, I think he's just Pep light as well. I think he's sometimes. I think he's a little too smart sometimes. We've seen him do it with Brighton. Yeah, they're changing the goalkeeper. They change, like, they're making too many changes. If your team works, don't fucking. And I think at United there'll just be too many issues. So I think Thomas Frank.
Maybe this is a season that De Zerbi learns that. You know, I mean, in his first season, I think everything was going so right for him, he could do no wrong. This season, he's learning he can do wrong. And again, I don't know the full extent of his experience in the game, but to me, he's still relatively new. So maybe if he does get a United opportunity, this season could be the perfect learning experience. By the time he gets to a club like United, he can know already, right? Don't do too much.
Yes, but
work with the team that you've got.
But I think Thomas Frank as a whole has...
No, I'm definitely
he's a lot more steady Eddie. I would rather get a more steady dude. I don't want Potter going to Chelsea. You know what I mean? I would rather get someone I know. Worst case scenario, at least he's fucking like... At least the players will like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's weird to say, but I feel like he's... Like, you'll say players are hardworking. I feel like Thomas Frank's a hardworking manager.
He is. Like I said, I watched him do a tactical breakdown on Monday Night Football, and the dude,
he cares,
he's
bro.
So hands-on with everything.
So is Unai Emery, to be fair. And if he's anything like Unai Emery...
I think he actually is kind of similar to that Unai Emery. But I would take Thomas Frank. Weirdly enough, he's kind of the one name where I'm kind of... Maybe I'm interested in it. Nagelsmann, no. Tuchel, I'm also kind of interested in, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, look.
So as things stand, it's Thomas Frank or Ancelotti or
that's a damn bust, bro. I'm bust. But look, back to the game. I think we should win it. We must win it.
Yeah.
Rashi has to play. I know people still have issue with Rashford. He has to play. If he's fit, he has to play.
Yeah, that's just how it goes, bro.
Anthony. I don't fucking know what to do with Anthony at this point. Like I've said, play him at left back. We still don't have a left back. Put him at left back. I'd rather see him there than Lindelof.
Try it out.
I think Lindelof will start in this game though at left back, but I would rather just throw someone else in there. Put Anthony in. But yeah, and then I'll talk about Bruno as well. He's been
average at best.
No, yeah, he's been non-existent. But again, he's the captain.
And again, you say now, how does he play when Højlund's there? When he's got an outlet for his...
He's done Højlund. He hasn't assisted Højlund once. You know who's assisted Højlund? Casemiro, and it was off a tackle. Nobody has assisted anyone.
Yeah, you did actually mention that. I didn't know it was that dry from Bruno. I mean, I still see some random moments.
I know what I mean? You will see some random moments. I mean, even in the City game, there were a couple times where he did play decently.
Yeah, but he has, now that you mention it, he's been a ghost.
He's been a complete ghost. I think maybe... Put him on the right wing. Maybe don't play Garnacho. Maybe start McTominay. I think he's definitely burnt out. I also think... Yeah, I think he's burnt out. I think he just needs to sit on the bench for a while.
He's genuinely carried. Him and De Gea carried this club pretty much since he joined.
I know, and he's still doing it.
I know Rashford got all the goals last season, but I still think that Bruno is... Like, it's tough being the spine, bro. Do you know what I mean?
No, it is. And then also, but I think he's also maybe one of the few. I mean, we saw in the Solskjaer interview, he mentioned players not wanting to be captain, players not wanting to do post-match interviews and shit. So I think Bruno's one of the few, mentality-wise, who's willing to take that step and willing to be like, I'll captain the team, I'll do the interview, I think he's one of the few who's willing to take accountability. So I think because of that, he gets such high standing and such hype. Because he's a decent player. Well, I'll say he's a good player.
On his day, he's phenomenal, bro.
He's a good player, and mentality-wise, he seems to be in the right headspace. And I don't think there's many United players where they have both of those traits.
Yeah.
So I think by default, Bruno is always going to play.
He has the characteristics a lot of people like to highlight in Rashford, or highlight that he's lacking in Rashford,
exactly.
You know, like you've got the perfect footballer there. If you can, Rashford, like you said, the specimen.
I know, physically.
Put him with Bruno's brain.
Can we put that image back up of the Vesuvian man and Rashi's face?
This is A-grade photoshopping, bro. Okay, look.
But yes, I think we win. I think United wins. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy.
You want to put a score on it? Emotional.
Yeah, you're getting emotional. Look, I think Everton's going to be very defensive. I think even attacking-wise, they haven't looked that great. I think United, if we play anywhere as close defensively as we did against City, we will be fine. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 win.
The win probability for United 52% currently, so
That's pretty fair. But I'll say 2-0 United, and that's just because I'm a United fan. I think
clean sheet. Onana's been in hot form,
and
bro.
defensively we have looked pretty decent. So I'll go 2-0. Evans has to play. He was so good against Man City. You can argue whatever you want about him being slow. Whatever, he has to play. He earned it.
I'm gonna go draw. I want to say goalless, but you don't get many of those in the Prem.
Also, United don't draw many.
Yeah, I just think this is going to be defensive versus this is going to be anti-football on the pitch, you know what I mean? And Everton
and there's no one better than Sean Dyche.
And Everton are desperate.
Yeah, I know
Man United need a win. Everton are desperate.
I know, but
bro.
to a certain extent, Ten Hag's desperate too.
Ten Hag is desperate, but again, like I said, I just think football often comes down to who wants it more.
I know, and if you're talking who wants it more, United players never
I
want
think
it.
Everton are absolutely and again, Everton have looked about as bad as Everton look. United have looked worse than they should be.
Yes, a lot worse.
I don't know, bro. I'm not sure what the head-to-head is like, but
I think head-to-head, historically, United win. It's usually like a 2-0.
That's true. Look, I mean, I hope United win. I think that again, I'd like to see. Like I said, I'd like to be sitting here saying Ten Hag deserves another season come the end of this season because I do like him. I just hope he stops doing press conferences. I'm gonna go draw, bro. I'm gonna go bold, and I'm gonna say draw.
Bold fraud.
Oh my gosh.
That's what people call it.
Okay, look, let's move on. Crystal Palace at home to Luton. We can just speed over. Palace win.
Yeah, look, Luton have looked very good, but I guess Palace have the new coach coming.
And again, Palace also kind of desperate, bro.
I know
they're also working with a lot of injuries, but they cannot accept a loss to Luton at home.
Yeah, I'll go Palace as well.
I'm going Palace win there. Bournemouth at home to Sheffield United. This is the first of Bournemouth's double week. I think it's the perfect time for anyone to face Sheffield, especially Bournemouth, bro.
I mean, any time is the perfect
And it's
time.
a home game for Bournemouth, bro. Yeah. Dominic Solanke is going to run laps around that team.
Like, Sheffield have been breaking records for conceding shots, conceding goals, for losing matches.
I don't think it stops. I don't think it stops
either. So, yeah, I think we'll both go Bournemouth
win. Wolves versus Fulham. This is at Wolves home. Kind of a tricky one. I'm going Wolves win right off the bat.
Yo, this is kind of a tricky one, eh?
Fulham been in good form.
Yeah, Fulham have been in very
looking
good form.
So exciting again, bro.
Yeah, but they lost their last game 3-0 to Newcastle.
But that's why I say, like, even though the results aren't, they're looking good again. Like, they're looking fun to watch.
But I actually think I have to go Fulham. They've been like that.
Fulham win over Wolves.
That Mooney's guy has scored like 3 and 3 at this rate. I think he keeps scoring.
At the Molyneux.
I think Fulham win.
Fulham win? Damn, bro. I don't know. I think what's his name at Wolves is still leading the way for most assists in the season. Neto.
Yeah.
Again, since I've started backing Wolves again, they're kind of improving me, right? I'm going to stick it out. Let's see how far this train goes. I'm going Wolves win. And then wrapping things up on Saturday, we've got Arsenal versus Brentford. Let's get into it, boy. At the Emirates.
Yep.
I think about as much of a Arsenal will win game as you can get when you look at it on paper, especially in the times we are in currently.
Yes.
All due respect to Brentford, I do not see an upset happening here, and it feels so good to be able to be that confident to say it. Obviously, Aaron Ramsdale has to start. David Raya can't play against Brentford because technically he's still with us on loan.
That loan thing.
Yeah, he's still with us on loan.
Interesting.
So Arsenal have confirmed that the transfer is going to be made official, but for this season, he is still a loan player. So Aaron Ramsdale back in goal, coming in cold.
Cold as hell. I don't think this dude's played
since the Liverpool game.
Has he played this year?
Yeah, he played in the FA Cup in the Liverpool game, the one that we lost. But again, even though we lost, he looked really good.
Yeah, he looked decent. Yeah.
So a lot of people are actually saying that they kind of hope to see him bring Ramsdale on in our game against Sheffield, just because of the fact that he was going to have to play the Brentford game, and it would have been a nice opportunity for Mikel Arteta to what's the word, come good on his promise of I can rotate goalkeepers.
I don't want to know where he's coming good. But look, I will say Arteta just loves Raya. He literally just loves.
To be fair, Raya was the guy who wanted before Ramsdale.
Yeah, I think
that was the goal.
I think kind of like how Ten Hag is willing to play Onana at any time. I think Arteta is willing to play Raya at literally any time. As long as Raya is willing to play, he will play.
You can't argue that it's worked.
Yeah,
We've got the most clean sheets in the league. Obviously, a lot of that is down to our centre backs and our full backs. But when Ray has been called on, I know he's made me nervous on a few occasions. But even on those occasions, I'm okay with going home with some nerves, but a clean sheet.
Yeah, I am too, as a non-Arsenal fan. But I think Arsenal they take it. Dude.
Yeah, Ramsdale or not.
In the form they on, this might be another like 4+ goal.
Yeah, I'm hoping Ramsdale has a really good game. Brentford obviously are coming into this off the back of a 2-2 draw with Chelsea that I don't think they were expecting going into it, but that's going to be good for them. It's a very big game. Ivan Toney obviously didn't score in that game. Hopefully he doesn't score again in this one.
And hopefully he just leaves and goes to United or something. That'd be nice.
Oh, dude. But look, lineup-wise, we obviously know Ramsdale's going to be in goal. People returning from injury, bro, I wouldn't put it past Arteta to field an unchanged side just because we are getting a blank week next week, so players will get a rest. I say it's a blank week. He may actually rest players for the Porto game. Do you know what I mean? He may rest players for the Porto game. Thomas Partey's obviously back from injury, so I think he'll get some more minutes in this game. Kivio should continue at left back. I don't see our centre back situation changing. Tommy Yasu may be back. I don't know. Gabriel Jesus is obviously back. Up top, we're fine. In defense, I don't know how much we can rotate aside from goalkeeper, but if we can get an early goal, get an early lead, and play a bit more of a deserved game, maybe no one has to kind of gas themselves.
Gas them, dude. Beat them 5-0.
I'd take a controlled 2-0 even. Again, our goal difference, I'd love to see us smash players, but I don't want to see someone run themselves into the ground before this Porto game. We are going to the Porto game 1-0 down. It's an absolute must-win.
Yes, must-win.
And we've got to score at least 2. Do you know what I mean? So... yeah, I'd like to see a controlled game. Whatever the score may be, as long as we win, which I think we will. Yeah, I think Kai Havertz starts in goal again. Trossard's definitely going to come in because Martinelli's injury is not looking fantastic. So he's out for this game.
Yeah, and also this is a winnable game, even without Martinelli.
Dude, and again, Trossard coming in for Martinelli, it's not much of a step down, brother. If anything, it's a step up in some ways because they do play a bit differently.
That's bold.
But yeah, I'm going Arsenal win. I'll say 3-0. I'm going to say 3-0 Arsenal. I will respect Brentford a little bit more.
Yeah, look, I'll do exactly the same, but I'll say 4-1.
4-1. All right, 4-1.
And then into Sunday, we've got... this is the battle for top 5 right here. We've got Aston Villa at home to Spurs. Tough game.
Gotta be Villa.
Oh, you answered that so quickly.
Because it's Villa at home, it's Unai Emery, it's Ollie Watkins.
I know, yeah. That's actually a good argument.
It's Leon Bailey.
Look, Spurs, what is their last game? I think they drew, or did they win? I'm going to check now. Last game,
they won. They came back. They saved it late.
Yeah, they beat Palace 3-1
Son's obviously back. Madison is back.
Yeah, Werner actually got a goal as well. Look, this is very tough. I don't think they have any major... Well, I think Pedro Porro still might be out.
Yeah, Udogi's back.
So, yeah, Pedro Porro out.
Villa. No worries, bro.
Yeah.
No worries.
This is actually kind of a tough game for me.
No worries at Villa Park. Some worries for Spurs.
Look, so Spurs' last game, they barely sneaked one out against Luton. They beat them 3-1. 3-2. I'm so on the fence about this, eh? I'm literally so on the fence.
You saw firsthand what Villa are capable of at home.
Yeah, I did, but I mean, Spurs are at full force now. Son's back. I don't know if Richarlison's out. If he is out, Son's up front. Golly, dude. But yeah, you know what? Yo, this is actually so tough. Maybe draw. I'll go draw.
You're going draw? I'm going Villa win, bro. I think, like you say, this is absolutely a battle for 4th, bro. And I think Villa wanted a bit more.
Yeah.
Villa wanted a bit more, bro. And I love it, bro. I love their football. I love this run that Ollie Watkins is on. I love this run that Leon Bailey is on. I love this run that Unai Emery is on, bro. But I also love Pochettino. I hate to say it, but I do like him.
Pochettino?
Postecoglou.
Yeah.
Fuck Pochettino.
I do love Pochettino.
Damn, I said those words, bro. After that, we've got West Ham at home to Burnley. Got to be a West Ham win.
Yeah.
I know we just said now there was a lot of talks about David Moyes' job being on the line, but we found out they're 7th on the log.
This is West Ham's bread and butter. They got Paqueta back. I don't see
FPL
any
wise,
issue in this.
you may do well to get some West Ham players. I was tempted to put Paqueta in the team, actually.
And you'd also do well to keep them for next week, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, so West Ham win, we both in agreement.
Win, for sure.
Brighton at home to Nottingham Forest. This is a tricky one.
This may be trickier than you think.
I always put Brighton to come back after hiding. They got slapped up by Roma in the Europa League 4-0. But it was in Italy. It is uncharted territory for like the whole team, manager included. So I'll give him a bit of a pass there. They also got
slapped up by Fulham in the Premier League 3-0.
And that's why I'm saying this game I feel like the Roma game isn't the comeback game. The comeback game's this game.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm still going to stick with my routine of predicting a Brighton bounce back after a hiding.
Yeah.
And I think that they win this game, bro. I think they win comfortably. It is tricky, but I think if it wasn't for Brighton's ability to bounce back in the Prem, and it's a home game,
Yeah.
Forest, I think they'll want it a hell of a lot because they've been screwed over lately.
They got screwed over so bad.
But I think Brighton, I think they take this, bro. I think they win it.
That's a fair chance. It is at Brighton's home. I don't like what Brighton have been doing. I don't like what De Zerbi's been doing. So, to prove a point, I'm going to go with the Nottingham Forest win.
Wow.
They got really fucking out shitted by Liverpool. I think they didn't play bad against Liverpool. They actually were pretty 50-50 with them for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Brighton is all style, no substance.
Yeah, all bark, no bite.
So we're gonna they're gonna win on position. They're gonna win on passes. They're gonna win on
And they're going to do nothing
But
with
watch them lose the game. I think the few chances Forest do get with players like Gibbs, White, Ilanga, Hudson-Odoi, Awani, I think they will take advantage of the maybe few chances that they do get.
That's fair. I'm not going to argue with you on it. Because I think it's understandable to not bet on Brighton. So you're going Forest, I'm going Brighton.
Forest, yeah.
Biggest game of the weekend by far, Liverpool at home versus Manchester City. Liverpool may have these injuries that they have right now, but it is at Anfield.
Yeah,
and they are in form.
And by all accounts, Salah's back officially. He played in the Europa game, so he should be fit.
They just won huge in the Europa game.
Yeah.
Darwin Núñez, hot form. Hot form, bro.
Look,
Man City looking good. They're winning. But
the only major players that Liverpool are missing are obviously Alisson and I think Trent is.
Yeah, Szoboszlai's back.
Szoboszlai's back. So it's literally just Alisson and Trent. And I know those two are very important, but we've seen what Conor Bradley can do. And we've seen Keller. He's not fucking terrible.
Not at all.
He's not terrible.
It, bro. You could do a lot worse as for a backup goalkeeper at your club.
He won them a fucking cup.
Yep.
So yeah, this is the toughest. This is so tough, dude. This is so tough.
I think when I thought about this game earlier in the week, I was like, oh, Man City win. When you consider Liverpool's
the injuries.
I'm also taking into account the fact that Liverpool have played 2 days ago. Man City obviously also played in this week. They won.
Yesterday. I think they also played 2 days.
Not yesterday. No, Liverpool played last night. Man City played 2 days ago. They played Wednesday night. So obviously a day doesn't make that much of a difference. But when you consider that Man City traveled less than Liverpool did, I like to try and take these things into account, you know. Liverpool beat Sparta Prague. Liverpool beat Sparta Prague. Like, again, my biggest problem I had with Europa League was the traveling, because you could see players looking leggy after going to bumfuck middle of nowhere to play a game. And yeah, you won like 7-0, but now you come back and you're like, bruh, I'm in a whole different time zone.
But it's Anfield, it's Klopp's last season, it's fuck like this. I think
it's the final time Klopp's going to be able. This is the last time we're seeing this showdown.
Yeah, Liverpool are I think they've got the ultimate underdog story right now.
It's not even an underdog story. No,
I mean, compared to Man City,
they didn't come into this season with the hope of a title fight.
And all the injuries they've had much worse injuries than City have had. Yeah. So I think even in this match, and I think the storyline as a whole is the underdogs coming up. Klopp's last season.
I'm going to give it to Liverpool.
Just because of the fans at Anfield, we're going to see Klopp fucking fist pumping the air.
I'm going to give it to Liverpool.
Damn, dude.
I think Liverpool are going to take it. I think football's a romantic sport.
Yeah.
And I think romance wins, bro.
And there's no team with more emotion than Liverpool right now.
And I think you are going to see the most humble interview from Pep Guardiola before and after. God, when they ask him about Jurgen Klopp.
This is so tough. And also, let's not argue. As much as Logan and I love Arsenal, the winner of this I love Arsenal, one of my favorite teams. I love Arsenal. The winner of this probably most likely, I think, wins the league.
I still say the winner of Arsenal Brentford, bro. Well, yes, I still say.
That's another story. But I think most people would say the winner of this game wins the league.
Yeah.
So you are essentially saying you think Liverpool wins the league before City do.
You know, I still think City will find a way, bro. I don't think City ever lose out the title because of a game like this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think anytime they are in a game where you go, oh, this decides it. No. City decides it. Simple as, bro. Manchester City decided. Depending on the run of form they go on after this Liverpool game, regardless of the result of this Liverpool game, City decided. I just think based on the lack of I'm seeing from Man City, not in terms of results, just in terms of on the pitch performances. I think Liverpool want it more. Liverpool fight for it more.
They will fight
Liverpool
harder.
go the distance, if not Arsenal.
Look, I think on the day Liverpool will fight harder. But I think the quality of that City team, the quality,
phenomenal.
those individual players, Phil Foden.
They don't even need De Bruyne at the rate De Bruyne is going, bro.
And I think with him there, John Stones is coming into form.
Oscar Bob
as a sub, golly. No, look, I think as much as I love the story, as much as I love the emotion.
You think Pep's getting the last laugh
I'm
in
going
this
with City, bro.
What a lot of people are saying is the best rivalry we've seen in the Premier League. I still call bullshit on that, but yeah, bro.
I think City win.
City win for you, Liverpool win for me. Honestly, a draw is the most ideal result for an Arsenal fan.
And as a fan of the league, a draw is
the most ideal result. Moving on, Chelsea at home to Newcastle. For the league, the most ideal result here, Newcastle win.
Yeah, for the league, yeah. I mean, Chelsea are what, like 13th?
For Poch, I know I just confessed my love for the man,
but he loves the league more.
I hope that Chelsea lose, bro. I hope they lose this. I hope they get mudded. I hope they get embarrassed.
Look, are Newcastle on the up and up?
Yes. Anthony Gordon has found form. It's game over.
Yeah, the thing is,
it's game over.
The thing is, Palmer's just as good.
It's game over. What has Palmer done in the last few games?
He got an assist in the last game. I think it's going to be tough. Look, it's at Stamford Bridge, which means nothing.
It means nothing. It means as much as it is to go to at Old Trafford now.
But I think Poch also, to a certain extent,
must win.
Yeah, and I think more so than Newcastle.
Yes.
So with that being said,
Chelsea currently 11th. Newcastle currently 8th.
Yeah, I'm going to go Chelsea. I think I have to go Chelsea. I always give Chelsea, the boys, the props.
And you're always wrong whenever you do.
Well, most of the time.
I'm going
not always,
Newcastle.
most of the time. But I'm going to go Chelsea.
No, actually, I'm going draw again. I hope for a Newcastle win, but I'm actually going to say draw.
Is it?
Yeah. Final say?
I think draw is actually a fair...
Final say, I'm going draw, bro. Anthony Gordon, Cole Palmer.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to go draw too. Change my mind.
Oh, can't do that.
Change my mind. Nah, it's changed. And then the last game of the game week, Bournemouth playing their second game at home to Luton. Bournemouth win.
Dream run, brother. At home to Sheffield, followed by at home to Luton. At home again.
Let's just get right into it. For those fantasy players, if you're not bringing in Solanke this week,
I'm saying it now. I've taken a -4. I've brought Solanke in. I've triple captained Solanke.
Yeah, look, it's fair.
I did it. I've triple captained. I'm using my triple captain. Triple Capitano, and I need a bit of a Hail Mary because I haven't been having the best of weeks.
Well, let's get into it. Last game week was a bit of a stinker for me again, and I know it seems like every week I'm saying that.
You are, but to your credit, you're still staying in the lead.
Yes, I am still staying in the lead, but it's like, what, I'm like 8 points ahead now or
you
some dumb shit.
You are now... No, you're 12 points ahead.
I'm 12 points ahead. That means nothing.
That's one week.
Look, I will say what's killing me week after week after week, not having Watkins, not having Foden.
Yeah, I told you I caved on Watkins, and thank goodness I did.
Thank goodness you did. I know. Look, I might have to cave very soon. But for now, I've got bigger fish to fry. I'm thinking about game week 29. I can't make dumb transfers because right now I've got a field of 3 people I can play for that game week 29 game. And that's if I make all the transfers and put them in time. Yeah. Which I'm probably not going to do because I have to bring fucking Solanke into my team this week. Because if I don't do that, then I'm even more screwed. So I'm going to have to take a hit to bring Solanke in. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be a hit because I've got 2 free hits, but my plan was
you got 2 free transfers?
My plan was...
what the problem is?
Because my plan is to save all 3 so I can at least have 3 people on the field in game week 29.
Oh, yeah.
So...
you kind of screwed.
I'm going to have to use the free hit this week to get Solanke in, and then I will
Don't call it a free hit. You keep making me think you're using your free hit.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that for you fucking FPL nerds. I'm going to have to use one of my free transfers to get Solanke in this week, which is
stock up on another
which
one.
is going to screw me a bit in future. And when game week 29 comes next week, I will have to take a minus on it.
So you planning on making 3 transfers?
Yes, between now and game week 29. Okay. So yeah,
it's emotional.
I am getting emotional. I need teams. I need like Everton to perform for me this week because no one has many Everton players,
which is conflicting because they're playing United.
Look, I do still have KDB.
Oh, yeah, this is the last week you're keeping him.
I might have to because I'm gonna have to take out either Alvarez or Mateta for Solanke because I don't need both of them. Then I might end up having to keep KDB this week. Whether I start him or not, it's a different question because I do have Salah in my team as well. Mm-hmm. I've been saving him, waiting for him, waiting him to get fit so he can start playing because I'm the only one with Salah in my team.
Yeah, everyone else cashed in, bro.
And I'm sitting with him on the bench because he's been injured all this time. But hopefully, we saw him play in Europa. Hopefully, and I'm sure he will play against City. And I think there's more chance of him doing something against City than there is of KDB doing something against Liverpool.
Can I ask you? Wouldn't be tempted to use both free transfers in this week on Solanke plus a Bournemouth defender. Because if Bournemouth get 2 clean sheets in this week, that's guaranteed 12 points for you.
Name one Bournemouth defender.
So you were saying with your strategy.
Anyway, the only thing I was thinking of doing is maybe bringing in Bowen. I could maybe take KDB out. And
Bowen's tempting.
You know what I mean?
At home to Burnley.
West Ham have a nice, and then also he's going to play in game week 29. So bringing him now, I will still use him. So I was thinking about doing that as well, but I don't know. I've got Saka and Rice. I think I have to play both of them.
Saka's in yellow here though. I'm not sure.
No, I think he'll play. I think Martinelli won't play. I think Saka.
No, Martinelli's out for sure. Yeah.
I think Saka will play. So I've got Saka, Rice, Palmer, and then KDB. I'm probably gonna start Salah instead of KDB, and then I'm probably gonna start Palmer because it's actually no. I may not start Palmer then. He may be the one I take out, and I'll start KDB and Salah.
Palmer at home.
I'll just cover both. You see, fuck me. I don't know.
On Palmer, I was also completed to take him out, but just because someone that I brought in this week was Ilanga. Because we've spoken about Brighton's bad form, Nottingham Forest showing some fight. Ilanga's been looking decent. I'm tempted to start Ilanga ahead of Palmer, but I'm sticking it out with Palmer just because it's Stamford Bridge. Yeah, I feel like that game at least there's a penalty in it.
And again, if Chelsea do anything, it's probably going to come from Palmer.
Or Nicholas Jackson, which we have to respect. In his last game, he did do. I think he got a golden assist.
He did do. Yeah, no, he did. But and then also, let's just the top 5 in this league is fucking. You know what? The top 6.
Yeah.
The top 6.
Because Chad, shout out Chad, is now catching me.
Our top 6 is insane. Somehow,
Jody,
Razine and I have kind of like steadily gone, but everyone else has
caught up.
It's just destroyed week after week after
Nate
week.
has caught up completely. It's now become more than not. It's a 3-horse race now.
Yeah. And what's tough about that is
that I got knocked out of it.
That is true. But also with game week 29 coming up, I think whoever out of the 7 can field the best team for I think it literally is going to come down to game week 29.
I think there are opportunities there for gaps to close, and I need to take every chance I have to close it in that week because Razine has run away from me.
And Nathaniel's run
shout out Razine, shout out. No, Nathaniel's he jumped over me, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out Nathaniel. He is now 23 points ahead of me.
Golly.
I don't know what happened, bro. But we move again. This week, I'm optimistic. I like how my team's looking for this week.
You've also put Solanke in.
I've put Solanke in. I've triple captained Solanke.
Wow.
2 home games against 2 newly promoted Premier League sides.
If you don't do it now, I don't think you'd ever do it.
Because that's the thing. I mean, I was waiting on like an Arsenal fancy double week, but
no.
At the same time, Bournemouth aren't going to rest.
I think this is as close as you get to like a guaranteed, because Bournemouth will look to win both of those games, and Solanke is their best player.
He's going to start. So they can't afford to rest him in either. So yeah, I'm optimistic. Nate, watch out, bro. Is there
anyone else you want to highlight?
Look, Ollie Watkins could be a sneaky one. Obviously, they're playing against Spurs.
Tottenham?
They're playing against Spurs, but the thing is, because they're playing at Villa Park, I feel like Ollie Watkins is someone a lot of people may sleep on just because they're playing against Spurs, so you could get more value elsewhere.
I don't think anyone's sleeping at Watkins at this point.
That's what I'm saying. At face value, you could do better. Do you know what I mean? Than Watkins versus...
I think it's points-wise, hasn't he like accrued the most points out of like any player?
He's the informed striker in the league.
So I think the only player who could maybe is Solanke. And you've got Solanke and Watkins.
I've got Haaland as well.
Covered.
I'm not expecting fireworks from Haaland.
No, nobody is.
But yeah, man, look, Fabian Shaw, I'm going to highlight just because ever since I've put him in my team...
Yeah, I know.
He's done well, bro.
You could say the same for a lot of your Fulham players. Robinson, yeah, this is my only Fulham player, aside from Leno, who I had on my bench last week. Golly.
But yeah, I think this week is good. I think this week is going to be good for my predictions. I think it's going to be good for my FPL. And I think we're going to see some real change next time we're sitting here, bruv.
Hopefully not.
Let us know your guys' predictions for this week coming up. Thank you guys for watching the show. And we'll catch you in the next one.